everybody. It's me, Desiree McKinney, and the Desiree McKinney, new name. And I'm here with the awesome Phil, and I wanted everybody to meet him because he is, one, African American.
How y'all doing?
Two, he's very, very intelligent with his small business. So I wanted to have him here so that he could kind of help the generation get to know a little bit more about wealth and how to build that. So, Phil, are you from Houston?
No.
Where are you from?
I'm from Beaumont, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. The neighborhood I grew up in, it's called the Pear Orchard. So that's the side of town I grew up in.
Okay.
So, yeah, definitely.
What made you come here to Houston?
Well, I graduated from college in 2009, Louisiana Lafayette, and I knew I didn't want to be in Beaumont, so I ended up coming to Houston right after graduation.
Okay.
Went to a job fair, got a job like immediately, and I've been here since 2010.
What made you say the job thing is cool, but I'm kind of interested a little bit more in being my own boss too?
Well, for me, it's kind of one of those things where you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. So my journey just in general with work and just wanting to be a young entrepreneur is, I wouldn't say it's different than other people's, but I just knew that personally I wanted to retire by the age of 45. So I knew in order to do that, I needed to come up with other streams of income. So I wouldn't have to work for someone my entire life, or until retirement time at least.
Okay.
So this is what brought me to starting small businesses and just becoming a young entrepreneur.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a little bit about follow these artists or follow these brands. It's basically, my nickname is Des. And then I got follow these from like Snoop Dogg and like Currency and all of them, like artists I look up to that are entrepreneurs. And yeah. Oh, I thought you was gonna answer.
No.
Okay.
No,
so special. He didn't answer, guys.
The ringer actually shouldn't have been on.
Yay!
My apologies.
Okay, well, thank you. But yeah, so I wanted to know a little bit about what made you say, you know what, I'm gonna work for myself. You said that you wanted to retire at 45, right?
Yes.
So what did you do in order to decide, like, what did you do to implement your first step for starting your own business?
Well, the first step, I needed to, first of all, get a job that was stable, right? So I ended up getting a job that was stable, that allowed me to not have to borrow a lot of money in order to start a small business. Well, with that, I also decided to start a business that wasn't going to cost me a lot of money, and I could see a return on my money a lot quicker, right? So I just kind of went to the drawing board. I started brainstorming, and I came up with a couple of different things.
And what are those?
Well, the first small business I came up with was vending machines.
Vending machines, it's not the first time I've heard that either.
Yeah, so vending machines, it's a very passive income, and you can grow it as large as you want to, right? Me personally, right, currently I have 4 vending machines in 4 different locations.
Okay.
And they do pretty good. Didn't cost me a whole lot of money to start it. I started off with 2, bought 2 machines, and I want to say the machines cost about $6,000 a piece.
Okay.
Right.
And where do you get these type of vending machines from? Like, where are places that our people can kind of grab the vending machines from in order, if they decided this was the business they wanted to start?
Well, it's various places you can grab vending machines from, right? So you can get them from Sam's, you can get them from, what's the other big?
Amazon, I think, has
Amazon,
them as well.
Yeah, Amazon has them. I bought mine from a company called H.A. Friends that's here in Houston.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I special ordered them, I designed them myself.
He has the fancy ones, because $6,000 is not I know some are like a lot cheaper.
Well,
but...
so yeah, so for me personally, because it was a new business, I wanted all new equipment,
which I respect,
and I wanted to provide a good customer experience. So I did spend a little bit of money on my machines. You can buy them used, which.
What happens if you buy them used? What's the pros and cons?
So if you buy them used, sometimes you don't know how many VINs the machine has had. So you buy these machines, and don't quote me on this, but let's just say you buy a machine and they say this machine is warranted for, I don't know, 1 million VINs, right? When you get a used machine, you just never know how well somebody took care of it. You don't know what number of VINs it may be on, and you know, you can get. What is a VIN? So,
because I have no idea.
A VIN is when somebody actually purchases a product and it dispenses. That's one VIN.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
VIN. Yeah. So you just never know. And I mean, you can get one and it can last you forever. Yeah. And you can get one and it could be, you know, a dud, right? So,
wow.
So for me personally, I just wanted some confidence in having a warranty, having new equipment, and just maintaining the maintenance. And I know anything that goes wrong with the machine, I'm responsible for it. It's because maybe I didn't do something, or the machine is just not working as efficient as it should.
So what happens if that happens? Is there someone you can call? Do you call the vending machine company? Do you try to fix it? Do you take it to like a car person? Like, who fixes the vending machine?
So with the machines, a lot of times you can call for support, right? So you can call the company who actually makes the machines, and a lot of times it's a lot of technical issues, right? So you can troubleshoot a lot of this stuff yourself. Okay. So you get on the phone with the guys and they say, hey, do X, Y, and Z, and I've probably had to do this maybe 4 or 5 times, and each time I was able to fix the problem myself.
Awesome. Yeah. And how long have you had the business for the vending machine, with the vending machines?
I've been having the vending machines for about a little bit over 3 years, almost 4 years.
That's a while. So it sounds like that's probably the best route to go. It sounds a lot more peaceful. You get peace of mind at least when you get the machine. That way you can just make your call and get it taken care of.
Yeah, exactly. Because I take this right here. The machine itself and just stocking the machine, that's not the hard part. The hard part about this business is, for one, it's really competitive, right? And you have to secure a location, right? So once you secure a location, which can, you know, you got to go through a lot of different stuff in order to do that. You got to get.
What are the locations for a vending machine to be? Because...
Office buildings.
Okay.
If you're fortunate enough, let's say somebody's building a new strip mall or strip center or something like that, you say, hey, you talk to whoever the property manager is, you say, hey, can I put vending machines out here at your location? And it's just like anything. You get a contract, you sign it, and just depending on how long they want to deal with you, you sign a 1-year contract, 2-year, 3-year, all the way up to 5 years.
Somebody told me that I look up to, I have a few different mentors that are really successful, and I just try to get advice from and see how they do things. One of them told me that, because I was like, well, it just seems so easy. You know, you can buy a vending machine, get one for $250 maybe from Amazon, then, you know, take it to your local barber shop, talk to them, and then put the vending machine there. Yes. He made a crazy face, just like the one you're making right now.
Okay.
And he was like, you just gonna be bringing niggas snacks pretty much because you're not gonna make very much off of that. So you'll be basically supplying people snacks and you're not making much in return as far as like a profit. So the best places that I learned were schools, right? And then the places that you mentioned, obviously, do you know any other places maybe?
Yeah, so you can do hospitals.
Hospitals?
Hospitals, like I said,
that's smart.
Strip malls.
Yeah.
Office buildings. Some doctor's offices. Just depends on how much traffic the building gets, right? You can even set them up as places like what's the like the metro downtown, where you get a lot of people catching the train from
traffic. Good traffic.
Yeah, good traffic areas. High traffic areas typically be the best places to put vending machines, right? Okay. So for me,
what's the best selling items in the vending machine.
Man.
Is that okay to ask? It's enough money for everybody.
Yeah, no, of course. It's just, it varies from place to place. But I can tell you this right here. Coca-Cola, people love Coke, right?
Yeah.
As far as candy, I would say the two best sellers in candies are peanut M&M.
Preserve his swag. So look, it was Sour Patch.
Yeah,
Sour
definitely.
Patches.
Yeah,
the
Sour
little
Patches.
cute little, they're sweet and then they're sour.
There you go.
Those sell well. So, okay, cool. I always kind of want to know and ask people this question.
Okay.
So little baby Phil is on the other side of the screen right now watching this video back.
Okay.
And he wants to know what you would tell, what would you tell little baby Phil so that he could have the most successful life and career just based off of your mistakes and the changes that you've had to make over the years?
Okay. That's a pretty good question. All right.
That's what I was thinking.
So, what would I tell?
What would you tell baby Phil watching you right now? If you could tell him anything just based off of like the mistakes that you've made over the years, or just any good advice that you could tell baby Phil watching right now that wants to be just like you.
I would say don't wait to pursue things that you want to do, right? Because you never know if tomorrow's promised. Me personally, I started these businesses in my 30s. So I wish I would have started them earlier, you know, and right now, based on the projection, like I said, I want to be retired by 45, but you know, who knows, maybe I could have retired at 40 or something like that. But it's just kind of one of those things that if you have to envision yourself years down the line, right? And I just would say, hey, go for it. Don't let anything hold you back. Just go for it, you know. Like yourself. I mean, I've seen you in so many different places and you're always working, right?
Yeah.
And so, it is just amazing to me because I admire that. You know, you put a lot of hard work and dedication into it, and I would just give that advice to anybody.
Thank you.
So, for me, like I said, don't put your dreams
On hold.
Go for them, pursue them, and most importantly, stay organized and have a plan, right? You can't have chaos and get to where you want to be. So, yeah, absolutely. As soon as I was able to organize and envision myself at 45, things started to pick up a lot quicker. So, I started my job that I'm at currently now back in 2015, right? Before that, I was a school teacher, and I worked retail management.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you teach?
I taught science.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I would listen to you.
Yeah.
I would. You got a grill. Like, what's the square root of what? Okay.
So, I taught, and before that, I taught, I didn't try to teach, I worked retail management before that, and I wasn't happy.
Did you have an easy life growing up? Like, as a child?
I would say that not easy, but I would say that it was normal because everybody around me was kind of going through the same thing.
How did you realize that it was normal?
Just because, you know, you go to your friend's house and he's kind of going through some of the same things that you're going through.
What are those things?
Just, you know,
it's okay.
not having like lights.
Real stuff.
Yeah, real stuff. Yeah, real stuff. Mom not being able to keep a steady job, having a job, but really not paying that much. Just you know, just the struggle that most people go through.
So those things kind of made you who you are and kind of helped you pull yourself up from your bootstraps so that you could be the person you are today as well, right?
Absolutely, and family, right? I think family played a major part in my success. Family and friends, right?
Support.
Yeah, support. So
it's important.
Yeah, so the support, just being able to, my mom can't do something, maybe my grandmother could help me out. If my grandmother can't do it, maybe I have an aunt or my brother, or in some instances, I would be able to call my dad, right? So just having support from every different angle that you can imagine, from my sister, who's very, very close in age with me, my brother, who's 12, 13 years older than I am. So
how many of y'all is it?
It's 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
Awesome.
Yeah, so just having that support from my family and friends in the neighborhood, that's what molded me to be the person I am right now.
It's a strength there.
Yeah.
I see it. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what kind of keeps you grounded when you get tired and you feel like, I don't want to do this anymore, or do I want to do this? Does it get tiring doing the machines, or is it fairly easy and it was really like trying to make sure that you have the money to get the machines? Is that the story?
Well, it's not something that, I mean, let's talk about work.
Because you had to get the machines.
Yeah. So I had to get the machines. But, for me, work is work. Anything that you want in life, you're going to have to work for it, right? So...
Hear that little feel?
Yeah. Anything you want in life, you're going to have to work for it. So I just look at it as just work. I mean, of course, some days are better than other ones, but, I mean, just between the vending machines, working my regular job, I have other businesses as well.
And what are those?
I do real estate investment.
Okay.
Yeah, I do real estate investment. I have an online business.
Okay.
I do a lot of different stuff. I'm kind of involved in a lot of different things.
Are you working on 7 forms of income? Is that why you have so many different pots? Or?
I just think that you just have to set yourself up for success.
Okay.
I'm a licensed professional barber as well.
Oh, snap. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Dang.
so I do a lot of different things,
okay.
right? But you just have to set yourself up, man. I mean, you can't let a company, or let's just say a person, hold you back from continuing as a productive member of society. If my job, let's just say they have complications and they have to let people off, I still have to be able to take care of myself as well as take care of my family. So you just have to have that mindset, and that's the kind of mindset that I have. And I'm just trying to do the best that I can each and every day. Sometimes I get tired, but
how do you motivate yourself to keep going?
Man, you just gotta understand that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Right. So as long as you know that and you keep that in the back of your mind, it's easy. It's easy because like they say, you struggle now so you can chill later.
Possibilities are endless.
Yeah, struggle now so you can chill later. So that's kind of mindset that I have.
Okay.
And by the time I reach 45, if I'm not where I need to be, so what? I'm still gonna keep pushing, right? Still gonna have that goal, right?
Absolutely.
So that's the main thing. You just gotta know that you have to set standards and goals for yourself, and you have to do everything physically and mentally to meet those goals.
Yeah.
You may have some setbacks, but it's life.
So I have another question. As far as the vending machine, so like back to that, I just wanted to know, for instance, say you had one and you were like, you know what, I just want to sell vending machines. Like, or maybe I want to sell the 3 that I have and keep one, and I have this great location for this one.
Yes.
But I want to get everything back for these 3. Like, do you have any advice for people who change their mind maybe, or maybe they want to make profit from selling the vending machines to other
actually,
people?
You have,
or renting.
So you have some people who, so this vending thing, I'm not gonna say it's crazy, but it's a lot of different avenues, right?
Okay.
You have some people that solely work on finding people's locations. So let's just say you call me, you want to vending, you had to say I have a vending machine, but I can't secure a location. Can you help me with that? That's my job. So I go out, I do all the work in securing you a location. I tell you the pros and cons of each location, and then you decide whether you want it or not.
Cool.
And based on that, you pay me a fee, right? So I do all the work, you just put your equipment there,
it's
right?
Like vending real estate.
So
That's dope.
yeah. So you have some people who do that. It's businesses that do that. To your original question, if you got in and you wanted to get out, right? Vending machines, honestly, I think it's a pretty safe investment, in my opinion, right?
They don't really depreciate in value.
Well, the machine itself will depreciate in value.
Okay.
But you could, let's just say you make let's say you want to sell your one of your machines for half of what you paid for it, which is a great deal, right? My machines are 3 years old, and I said, hey, you know what? Give me $2,500 for the machine. I personally think that's a good idea. Anybody who looks up the machine and checks it, they'll think that's a good idea too. Like, wow. And then on top of that, you also can sell your location along with the machine. So now, because technically it's a business, so just like any business, you go in and you say, hey, look, this business is for sale, and this is X amount of money that I make. This is the machines. This is how much they're worth, and then you have somebody make your offer on it.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, I bought those. I started out with 2 machines. I bought both those machines, and I put them up like in. The second one got put up in August. The first one got put up like 2 months before that. But you're talking about a $12,000 investment. I made my money back like quick.
Yeah.
Right? So you know, with 6 months,
I
made a full return on my investment within about 6 or 7 months, and everything after that is profit. Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah. So I think it's a pretty safe investment. Yeah, I think it's safe,
so
and it doesn't cost a whole lot of money to start it.
Yeah.
And you can grow as massive as you want it to.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, is there anything else you want to add, or maybe where can people find your vending machines you have now?
Oh, I have my vending machines are on the north side of Houston.
Okay.
Where, I mean, just all over the place. If you see a vending machine, just support it. That's what I say.
Or
right?
send us a picture with
it. Yeah.
And both. Do both.
But I mean, outside of that, vending machine business is cool.
All right, and then for real estate, is there any advice you can give anyone on that?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
As far as the real estate is concerned, right now it's a little tough right now because everybody's doing it, and that's another thing that's easy to get into, right? Is real estate. If you want to build from the ground up, if you want to have a rental properties, if you want to flip houses, there's so many different ways you can do this. Some people are doing the Airbnb deal. But real estate is also a safe investment, right? But you have to be smart about it. You have to have a team of people that know what they're doing, that's around you, and always keep a good crew that can work on stuff constantly, right? So that would be my main thing, and just invest smartly. That's the best thing with real estate.
What kind of real estate is it?
So I build houses from the ground up, flip houses. I did the
Flipping houses.
Yeah, I did the rental property thing before.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that much. I prefer to buy, fix, and sell. That's the ideal scenario for me. Commercial properties, such as like office buildings, warehouse facilities, stuff like that. And
what do you feel like is the best form of real estate if someone's just starting out?
Best form of real estate, I would probably say a lot of people take their first home and turn it into a rental property.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people do it that way, right? And then just take that, turn it into a rental property, and then from there build on top of that. But
is that what you did?
No, that's not what I did. But a lot of people did that. So for me, basically what I did, I bought land first.
That's smart.
Yeah, so I bought land first. And when it comes to land, depending on where you are, sometimes the city may put restrictions to say, hey, look, you have to build on this land by X amount of days. But if you get a city that doesn't require you to do that, you so you can get land, and then from there you're basically on your own time. So you could gradually build on it, or if it's a piece of property that people are building up, you can possibly flip the land, right? So
that's cool.
Yeah, so I say start with land because it's kind of puts you at an advantage to where you can do what you want to do with it. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
Yeah, and sometimes with larger properties, get with several business people, like-minded people, and you guys can all go together on something and invest in a larger property. So
Oh.
yeah, that
Okay.
way you don't have to take on
Spend all of it on your own.
Exactly.
And do it all on your own.
Yes.
Like how I try to do everything.
Yeah, exactly. So I recommend that too because I'm involved in one deal like that, and I don't do nothing. I just give them the money, and they take care of everything, right?
That's dope.
So
yeah.
yeah, and then
Sounds like peaceful.
it is
a lot
peaceful.
more peaceful.
It is peaceful. And another thing is, this is what I'll tell anybody. The way I do it is, I don't invest, or I prefer not to invest in any business that's going to take me 5 years to break even, right? So within 5 years, I want to be able to break even. So by year 6, I want to start profiting from that business.
Yeah.
So that's just the way I do things. Sometimes I make exceptions and may extend the
Depending
years.
on
yeah,
what-
depending on how lucrative it is
Yeah.
and how much money is involved. But anything I invest my money into, I prefer it to stay 5 years or lower to break even. That's just the way I do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Last
that's
question.
a good piece of advice.
That is a great piece of advice.
Yeah.
Last question though.
Okay.
Stock.
Stock.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on stock, and what do you feel like is a great option for people as far as stock?
Oh man. So as far as stock is concerned, I've tried to do the stock market thing.
Do you
But
think Bitcoin is better?
man, I think there's smarter people out there than me
Okay.
that get paid to do these things.
Okay.
So my advice to people would be to get with like an investment group or something like that, or a company like, there's plenty of them out there, like
The financial
Fidelity,
advisor,
yeah,
something.
something like that, right?
Okay.
So that would be my advice on that. Stuff
And they
like-
give you consultations too for free at
Exactly,
first,
exactly,
so that
exactly.
you can kind of ask
And
questions.
you can check in on your money anytime you get ready to. You can ask questions about your money. You can follow your account. But it's just far as just me taking my money, putting it into a
stock market.
stock market. I've tried that, didn't have any success with it. So that's my experience. Now I have buddies that's done it, that's had major success, right? But for me personally, I prefer to invest my money in something that I can see, like a business.
That's real.
Something that I can control.
Yeah.
Something that I can have the freedom to pull out of whenever I deem worthy, right? So, but Bitcoin, all that stuff.
I was just curious. I don't know very much about Bitcoin.
You know, I tell you
Bitcoin,
what,
to be
man,
honest with you.
people are making a lot of money off of cryptocurrency,
Yeah.
blockchain technology, and all that stuff.
People need to get into it more though, because I'm starting to see them right next to ATMs,
Yes.
like little Bitcoin machines. I'm about to
Yeah, I mean,
get some literacy on it for sure.
I'm gonna tell you something. I've gone into maybe 5 or 6 smoke shops in the last 2 months.
Boy, 5 or 6
So
smoke shops?
no. So
What you doing? Why you going
they
up
got
in
they
there?
got the wrap snacks.
The wrap snacks? That's why
Yeah.
you going?
Yes, of course.
Just for chips?
Yeah, the wrap
Okay.
snacks. Yeah, the
All
wrap
right.
snacks.
Shout out to Master P.
Yeah, the wrap snacks.
He's really nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the wrap snacks.
The wrap snacks are
And,
good.
and they got the best air fresheners as well.
Okay.
They do.
Yeah.
So, but in every one of them I've gone into,
Uh-huh.
they've had a Bitcoin machine.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
5 or 6 times.
yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
we appreciate you guys for watching. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Click the bell for more notifications. You want to get in contact with Phil, we'll have his information in the description box below. And we'll see you guys on the next video.
Deuces.
Bye. Do you have any final thoughts for your interview, Phil?
Well, make sure that you support your black businesses.
Always.
Absolutely. 110%. Make sure you put God first.
Always.
And make sure you stay, close with your family. Your mother, your father, your grandmother. Family is important. So make sure you build that relationship. outside of that, just follow me on my Instagram.
And what is that?
The Fix.
Right here.
THAA_FIX.
Okay.
It's gonna be a bunch of different things coming up on there. Interviews with people.
What else do you have coming up?
I have a clothing line that's about to come out.
Okay.
Be on the lookout for that.
What kind of clothing is it gonna be?
It's gonna be a variation of different things.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have polo style shirts, tracksuits, even shoes, dress shoes, tennis shoes, all of that. The name of my company is STL. And the abbreviation for that is Sky's the Limit, right? So that's the name of my company, and you know, be on the lookout for me. Support me. If you don't, it's all good too.
No, you should support.
But
support.
I appreciate her inviting me on to do an interview.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's an inspiration. Every time I see this young lady, she's out working. So
yeah. Thank you.
Get like her.
And get like him. Trying to get like him. All right. See y'all for real. Bye.
I do it this way.